Hey, hello everyone, welcome back to the tutorial. And we'll be starting this series and all that stuff. But first things first, congratulations, because we hit our 1,000 sub already. Yeah, you can go and check that community post too. And by the way, if you haven't joined Discord till now, please, I request you all, join it right now. Alright, there's a bunch of things I'm planning for it, and super amazing people out there helping each other, and it will be worth it totally. So I highly encourage you to join Discord right now, link in description below. And yeah, again, for the 1,000 sub thing, I'm really happy because the fusion community is growing, and that's what I wanted. So that's really amazing for me and for you too. Alright, so let's begin with the first one. So yeah, as you can see, title here is Magnates Media, because it was used in his, I don't know, Nintendo video, I think. I don't remember the video, but it was used in that. And let me just show you effect really quick. So this is what we'll be creating today. As you know, our format, first I discuss how I created that, and then I try to create it from scratch. So let's first discuss how I created this one. As you can see, this is the node graph of it. Yep. And for these three cards, we have these three underlays. First is this one, second one, and a third one. Like, all these underlays are for these different cards. But first, let's see how did we created this background, sort of a grungy textured background, I think you can call it that way. Yeah, let me just make dual viewer by clicking over here. And by the way, I said this in my video, but I think till now you guys should be good enough to know this, but let me just tell this to you again. So you might have a different workflow. You might be having the horizontal workflow. I have the vertical one. You can change that if you like. Go to workspace, layer presets, fusion presets, you can choose midflow, and you'll be having the same workflow which I have. Right click, options, and in options, check this show grid, show instance links, also show navigator, build flow vertically, and I have direct pipes. I don't like orthogonal pipes. I don't know why people use it. In arrange tools, check this to grid to auto arrange so that it will snap also. And in case you don't want this toolbar, go to fusion, uncheck toolbar, and you won't be having that, so that you have lot of real estate, lot of space. And again, my nodes panel is turned on, that's why I'm seeing the nodes. Inspector is turned on, that's why I'm seeing this inspector. And I think that's enough. Let's begin. First things first, I have this image. Yeah, this is just an image, 4K image, very high resolution, very good image. I thought we could use it as a texture, and we did use it for texture. So let me just see over here. You can see this is our image. In brightness contrast, I did some changes. So these are the changes I did. Okay, so manipulated it as per my likings. Then with the transform, I was able to scale it down. You can see I have scaled it down a lot, 0.365. But in brightness contrast, I did some stuff so that it will not look tiled. If you guys not know the meaning of tiling is basically this. Yeah, exactly. Then we have this background set as background in the merge. Yellow is for background, green is for foreground, and blue is for effect mask. Very basic, very simple. In the merge itself, we didn't do anything. We just used this as merging both the layers on top of each other. Right, then next what we have this another background. It's a plain background, nothing is happening over here, but this background is used to see all these three cards. Okay, so what do we have here? Let me just show that to you from the beginning. All right, so we have this plain background. Okay, simple blank canvas. You can see alpha is set to 0, so it's plain canvas. Then we have this card 1. So what we have here is basically, let me just show this from the beginning. This wireless link, you can see. What is this wireless link? So actually, I have prepared this card cover in a separate underlay. Okay, and it's not connected to any node, as you can see. And these green lines are for instance, as you know. Okay, you can remove these by right clicking, options, and uncheck this show instance links. That is it. It's that simple. In this card cover underlay, you can see we have this white card rectangular mask, which is affecting this background. Okay, so if I remove this for a moment, we have this not blank canvas but a white canvas, and we are using this rectangular mask onto this background. And in this white card, you can see these are the settings. I just manipulated the width and height, if I remember correctly. Then we have this black background, and in this black background we have this sort of stuff going on, and this black background is an instance node of this white card. All right, so a lot of instancing happening right now. But we have this white card, Then I did Control C and then Control Shift V, and boom, you got yourself an instance of this white card. I can delete that really quickly. Alright, so merged it on top together like this, and this black border, I just changed some settings. I'll tell all the things in detail later. So we got ourselves this blank template sort of stuff for our cards. Okay, we'll be adding these 3 images later on, but for now we have this blank card. Well, that is super cool. Then we also have this instance. Why do we have this? This was to add any image. Okay, so we can mask out the image using this instance. Again, this is the instance of this instance, and this is the instance of this instance. So a lot of instancing, but you got my point. Okay, so with that we were having a blank card template. Well, looking super great. Next up, what we have here, this these wireless link nodes, first one, second one, and third one. And all of these wireless links node have same thing in common. The input is merge 3, which is this one. So I think that you understood it till now, that we are connecting this merge 3 into this merge 4, merge 6, and also merge 7 with the help of this wireless link node. Pretty simple, right? Okay, let's come over here quickly. We have this image. So what do you want to do? We just want to fit this image inside that card. How do you do that? We have this transform too. Well, when we have this template over here, we can merge this image with this merge node, and with the help of transform I was able to scale it down. It's that simple. But how is it not coming out of the card? That's where this instant node, so I just copied it with Control C again and just pasted it over here with Control Shift V, so that any changes I do over here will affect all these instances. So for example, if I come over here in this instance and let's increase the soft edge, see, told you. So all that stuff, but again we don't want to mess with that. So what I did was, I have this merge. Let me just remove this instance for a moment, and it should be cut out. And for that, I use this instance. Let me connect it back to this merge, and boom, we got ourselves this image. Now I can scale it as much as I want, and it will be inside. All right, looking super great. Then again with the transform, I did some animation. So what I did was, let me just right click, check out a proxy, and then play it back for you. Let me just play it from here, or maybe we can just zoom into this one only. Let's play from here. Till 80, it was something like this, and 120, its angle and center positions values are animated. Okay, looking super great. Then again with this simple merge, we were able to merge it on top of this blank canvas which we have over here. The same way, like all of this is same in all these two, like the other two, but this one thing is different, this transform setting and also the image that we have used. So again, we have this image, the transform, merge, transform. Okay, this transform is again used for the animation, 80 to 120. Again this one, transform, merge, this transform is for animation, 80 to 120, and all of these merges are being masked out with this instance node. So I think you got the point. This card cover is the basic template. This instance is used for masking out the image to put inside our card, and with all of that we would have these 3 cards all stacked up upon each other. All right, looking super great. Then we have another plain background. As you can see over here, with the help of merge, I was able to add all of these cards on top of this blank canvas. Well, why is that? I don't know why I did that. I don't remember till now. But again, we have this transform too, and now if I play, boom, you can see it's working super fine and it's looking really great. Then we have the glow. In this transform, I just increase the size to 0.5. In glow, it's a group node. You can group any 2 nodes with Control G, for example, Control C, Control V. I'm gonna group these 2 nodes, Control G, and boom, it's group. Okay, let me just delete that very quickly. In this glow, we have 2 nodes, of course, a glow and a soft glow. Then we have this merge one. Why? I just told you we were using this background, so we don't want this alpha out transparent background. Okay, we want something, so because of that we use this merge, and we were able to put our cards on top of this background. And next up, what we have is pretty simple. Well, what do we have? We have our text, and let me just show you how it looks over here. So it looks something like this. And how do we get over here? And also, when all the cards are here, cards are basically masking it. How is that? Pretty simple. Again, using the bitmap mask this time. So you right click over here. Let me just click on the background, right click, and effect mask. You can see we have all these masks. We should use all of these. We just use polygon, rectangle, ellipse. Well, That is really wrong. You should use all of these, and I'll be providing a separate video on all the masks really soon. But whatever. Will we have this wireless link? And what is this? This is a transform 3 node, and I just grabbed it and put it over here. And my wireless link, I have this transform 3 as you can see. Then I use this as the bitmap, and in this bitmap I just inverted it. And well, what do we have next? We have this text. Then we have again the same group, the same glow node over here, glow group. Okay, I just copied and pasted over here, I guess so. And then in the merge I just masked it out. Okay, so let me show this to you. Without mask it will be something like this, but once I add the mask, we got ourselves the mask. And guys, that is pretty much it. Then we have this transform, okay, just for the animation. So on the first frame we have something like size and angle values or something like this, and on the last frame the size and angle values are something like this. Then we have our halation, okay, all the OFX stuff. We have our halation, film damage, again film damage, then vignette, and I also use stop motion and media out. And then all this together we have something like this. So let us create this from scratch. Pretty simple. Let me just grab a background, add RCT, and shift plus spacebar. I'm adding this nodes. Okay, so if you will hit shift plus spacebar, you can type anything, and boom, you got yourself this. Let me just see that really quickly, and we have this. Well, let me change the width to 0.25 and the height to 0.75, and we got ourselves this. Change the background's value to white. Okay, copy, paste, Control C, Control V. Connect this background with this background's output, and this merge will automatically get added. And let me just bring it above and put something like this, and do Control T to swap the inputs. What did this do? You can see the inputs are swapped. Now this is a background which we need, and this is a foreground. Awesome. So what do we do over here? In this black border we just change its like width and height to something like this. So okay, what you just said, then I didn't understand that. Let me just delete that. In this background, make it black, and copy this, Control C, and do Control Shift V. Now you can see this instance link, and its instance, all the parameters of this node have this green border. Connect it to this background, and in this instant, right click, de-instance, right click on height, de-instance, and boom, that's it. Now click over here, pin this, click over here, type is equals to, do the same, is equals to, width to width, height to height, and here type minus 0.1, and also uncheck solid, de-instance, and uncheck solid. Okay, that is a lot. I don't need that much. Maybe 2. Yep, 2 is looking great. Same with here, minus 0.2. Oh shit, that is a lot again. 0.02, maybe 0.025, or maybe 3. Yep, that is looking super great. Then also right click over here, border width, and de-instance that, and increase the border width. Let me just right click over here and check out a proxy. And I think we got ourselves this template. Okay, let me just see that, and it's looking super great. Select all, shift plus spacebar, UND underlay, alt click on this underlay, F2, and rename this to card template, and that's it. Right click, set color. You can set any color which you want. I'll do this to orange, and we can do all the stuff later. All right, we have this now. Wireless link, WIRE wireless link. We have it. We have this wireless link over here. Click on this wireless link. Take the merged in and drag it and drop it onto here. Okay, now you have this merged in this wireless link itself. Now let me just unpin this. All right, looking super great. We need to have this background again, so I'll just copy it. I'll not waste time for you guys. Paste it over here, and in this what we have is this basic image and brightness. Let me just also mask this out. In this brightness contrast, you can see all these parameters are something like this. Then in the transform, I just decreased its size and change the edges instead of canvas to wrap, and now you can see as small as I can make it, and it will just wrap all the image all around. Then we have this plain background. You can, I can add it again if you want to from scratch, but it's the same thing. Like, why do you want me to create it from scratch? But okay, I got your point. Then again, with the help of merge, what I can do is take this output, connect it to this one, and boom, you got yourself this. But you have a problem now. What? Your background is green and this is yellow. We need to swap these inputs again. Control T, and boom, you got yourself your background too. Well, super cool. Then what we have all these cards. Okay, yeah, this is interesting part. I will tell you how to make these cards and stuff. So shift plus spacebar again, BG, enter, and yep, that is it. And this background, we want to make it alpha. And by the way, I'm seeing the sticker underlay because in the menu I have the sticker underlay checked, so please check that, otherwise you will see the black background anyways, so we don't want that. Okay, we don't want to create any sort of confusion with you guys. Then we have this card one, and let me just quickly show you what I did over here. So I have this media. Okay, so I have this image sort of, yeah, this is my image. Connect, I'll just do shift plus spacebar, exif for the transform, put it over here, take the transforms input and put it over here, not input, output, and looking super great. But now if I just paste, like merge it out over here, then we can see the merge. It's not looking that great. Okay, and what we can do is we can take the wireless link now, attach it to the transform, and now we have the wireless link on top, like we have the card on top. All right, that's looking super great. Now what we can do Control T, so that our image will be on top and our card is still there, but it's behind this image. Okay, but we don't want it to look like that. We want it to mask also. So what to do now? Let me just first of all reduce the size with the transform, so maybe something like this, but again it's not cutting out. So what do we do now? Well, what you can do is can hit Control C to copy it, Control V to paste it, but there's a catch. If I'll just directly connect this over here, so it will look something like this, which is what we don't want. So what to do now? Well, what we can do is, let me just come over here and see, did I do something wrong? Then why isn't it working properly? Yeah, well, that's because now in this instance, it's not an instance node. Okay, so what we can do is we can now check the solid, boom, our image is back, but again we don't have that cutted part out. Well, that is because the border width, so put a minus in front of it, and that is it. That's how you do that. One more thing, if I come to this rectangle now and change the width and height, well guys, see what is happening. We have square cards if you want to make square cards, so you can do that too. See how interesting it is. And that's all because of expressions. I'll make a separate video on expressions too. I'll make a video on everything. I'm just kidding. Okay, so you got yourself this first card, and you can copy this and just do this twice, and you will get yourself 2 more cards. And it's that simple. Just change the media input. Okay, not waste your time again creating all of that. And after that, what we have is we have this transform, also the glow node. So I can again Control C to copy this and come here, Control V to paste it, hold shift, see the color change, release your left mouse button, and boom, you got yourself that glow. See, that's looking super nice. Let me just select all, bring it over here, so also bring it over here. And one more thing, now it doesn't have any animation right now, and we want that animation. So how do we do that? After this merge 14, shift plus spacebar, type exif, and you have this transform. Well, looking really, really cool. First of all, we need to decrease the size of it to 0.5. I think this is looking fine. Okay, and in this transform, let me just come to 80th frame, add a keyframe on center and as well as angle. Let me see, how did I animated it? So on 80, it's something like this. Let me just see. Okay, and on 120, something like this. So it's pretty simple. So what I did was let me just come again on 80th frame. You see this merge. Yeah, okay. So let me just change its angle to something like minus 45. Okay, looking great. Then on 120th, let me just change its angle to 45. That is also fine. Let me okay, let me see how it's rotating. It's rotating something like that. It's going on the right hand side, so that is super cool. Now we can come again on 80, and as we have a keyframe over here on 120, what we can do is we can put it somewhere over here. Oh wait, it was yeah, that's looking super great. It's looking amazing instead. So we had like 136. You can even play to see how it's looking. Right click, auto proxy, let's play. Oh man, that is super slow. So it will be something like this, and it's looking super great. And the same way you can just animate other two also. Okay, just need to change the keyframes. Now I can come on this transform, hit spline, select all, to zoom to fit, click on this button to select all, Control A, Shift S, and I think that is it. If you want to ease in and ease out, then you can right click and go to ease in and ease out, and you can do this, or you can hit T and you'll get this ease in ease out option. So I'll just do something like easing in, and I think this is looking super cool. So yeah, something like this is looking great. All right, so we have this, we have the glow. What else do we need? Yeah, the text. Okay, so the text after this merge, again txt text plus, and we have this again. I'll copy the Control C to copy, Control V to paste the glow. Okay, and let me just see this merge. And in this text, let me just come over here first of all in this text, let me type fusion. Well, looking super great. What I can do is I can change its angle to something like 45. All right, looking super great. And also let's change its color to something like this, and I'll change the value to 200, and I think that is looking super great. Well, okay, this is fine. What next? And also caps is on, studios. Yep, just like that. Little smaller. Yep, exactly like this. Maybe no, that is looking fine. Okay, yeah, maybe extra bold italic is looking super great. So now what to do? Now we need to mask this out. And how do we do that? Well, again, it's pretty. What we can do is shift to spacebar, bit map bitmap, connect this to the merge. But right now nothing will happen because we don't have anything in the bitmap. And what we can do is we can either take this merge input directly into this bitmap, or we can again choose a wireless link, take this merge and put it over here in this wireless link connected to the bitmap background input. And I'll just take this stuff and bring it over here just a little bit, and in this bitmap choose, let me just first see bitmap. So it's like this. Okay, so right now everything in this white area will show. We want the opposite of that, so hit this invert and all the like. Okay, so if I come over here, so it's animated too again. Okay, and let me just see this merge. And now if you will play as the card go away from there, you will have your text appear. Okay, so now you have the card as a mask for your text, which is looking super great, to be honest. Next, what we did, we had the animation. Okay, so for the animation, again after this merge, like type xf and you will get yourself this transform. I can put this anywhere I want. Hooked all of it, put it anywhere I want. And this transform, let us see that in the first frame. I want this to be something like this, and it should be like maybe 1.25. all right, add a keyframe on size, add a keyframe on angle. On the last frame, I want its angle to be like this. Okay, where the card is not cutting, obviously. So something like this, I think. Yeah, and if the card is still cutting, then again what I did over there was adding another transform. So put it, hold shift, put it over here and reduce the size of it. See, so something like this could help, but we won't do that anyways. Okay, and in this transform, what I'm do is, yeah, I think this much is fine. And also maybe let's see how much is it cutting. This much is fine. Yeah, now I come to this spline again. All of these are checked, and because my show only selected tool is checked, only this transform is showing. Zoom to fit again, control to select all, shift S, and easy in, ease out you can do. With T, you will have this box appear. Now should be working totally fine. And let's copy all of this. Okay, now you can see all the nodes I have here: halation, film damage, another film damage, vignette, all of this. Let me just copy this stop motion to control C to copy, control to paste, because I'll not waste time, of yours precious time in creating all of this again and again from scratch. Halation, very simple. Okay, inhalation settings are this, film damage settings are this, film damage second one we have settings as this, and the vignette we have stop motion is set to 4. And after this we can add this, like we can add media out and set the index to 0, otherwise it won't work. Okay, so I'll just delete this. I don't want this media out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I can remove this stop motion for now, and then you will have this sort of animation. See, again, you can iterate as much as you want. Okay, and this is my node tree, and this node tree is available as a template on the link provided in the description below, so you can get that. And you should also join the Discord, as I told you earlier. Let me just bring this over here. So this is our node draft. But now let me see how can I manage. So something like this should work, maybe. Yep. So I think now you can see. I'll hit V so that we don't see that navigator. And by the way, you might wonder that why have I unchecked the stop motion? Well, that is because it takes a lot of VRAM and also like all the space and all the stuff, which I don't like at all. Let me just connect it again. Yeah, okay. So oh shit, it's unchecked. Yeah, so this was pretty much it, and I think that it added value to you. Let me just again come here, decrease the size, or decrease the color value even more. So something where this looks something like this. It's glowy, little bit sort of subsurface scattering. And by the way, I have a really cool trick for subsurface scattering, but I'll show that in the 3D series, which we'll be putting later this year, but whatever. So this was the first one from the series of the card one. And what you can do is you can take all of this. Let me just do this. Otherwise, you guys will be commenting very bad things for me, which I don't want at all. So you can just, I'll hold shift, put this again, bring this again, and change the media, and also change your transform animation. Okay, so let me just do that really quickly. In here, I don't want its angle to be like this. Instead, I want its angle to be, wait, why isn't it showing up? Oh, so we don't have anything in the wireless link. So again, what I can do is I can take the merge stain and put this over. See, it worked now. And we have 2 cards now. Again, you can copy as many copies as you want. You can change the media input for, like, let me take another one. So I have another one. Let me just delete this one. Delete, take this media, put it over here, and you have another image. See, it's that simple. And you can come to this transform and you can reduce the size of it if you want. So, you know, it depends totally on you. So it should be somewhere around, the angle should be like, sorry, not this angle. I don't want to change this angle. Yeah, in this transform. Yeah, it should be something like this. And also on 120th, the 44.44. Okay, I don't have any problem. And over here, it should be 47.4, but in -1, and also the position should not be here. The position should be here. Okay, so let me just say this real quick. And also, the spline will act accordingly. But if you still want to do something, or you want still want to change things, you can do that. So from 80, now it will look something like, let me just do Control F. So it will look something like this. See, looking great. But I see some weird stuff happening here. I really don't know why it's happening, to be honest. Okay, so it's like this. Alright, then we have this. All great till now. Okay. Glow also working super fine. This is also working super fine. Alright, so it's happening over here. So in this wireless link, now take the transform and put it over here. And now it should work totally fine. Okay, yep, that is it. And now, see? It's working superbly fine. Well, that was it pretty much. Let me see how much time we are into it. Okay, 23 minutes. I hope that this was a quick one, and we'll be creating these 2 animations in a later one. And I really hope that you got some value from it. Okay, I'm here just to provide the value to the community, the visual community. We're gonna take it higher, and not just the visual, like all the filmmaking stuff we'll be putting over here. Like, we're gonna take the fusion community really, really high. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much it for today. And this is looking something like this. So you enjoy watching this, and meanwhile just join the Discord server. Link is in the description below if you want the file, not of this one but this one, like this proper Japan written, okay, something like this, and the text and everything. You will not get the images, or maybe you can, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. So all of this is available in the description below. Okay, click on the links and you will be directed to wherever all the resources are. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Till then, peace out.